Hello, hello, welcome. We're here to talk about Body and Pole's next production, which is happening Thursday, February 8th at House of Yes. And it's called Cristal, The Rise and Fall of a Showgirl. So I'm actually here with the creator and the choreographers. If y'all want to say hi and introduce yourselves, let's meet the choreographers and the creator of the show.
Hi, I'm Dominic Di Felice. I'm one of the choreographers, and I'm so excited to bring some storytelling to the big audience at House of Yes.
Hi, my name is Zia Mancuso, another one of the choreographers and instructor here at Body and Pole. I'm super excited to be doing the show and working on this production. It's going to be awesome.
Hello, I'm Kyra Johannesen. I'm the owner and CEO of Body and Pole, and I'm the artistic director of this and choreographing the first act of this show. I'm very excited to have Zia and Dominic working with us as a team. I think this is going to be incredible. And this is very new for Body and Pole to do a show that's so storytelling.
So the show is actually inspired by the movie Showgirls. So my question is, what do they need to know, if anything, about Showgirls?
Showgirls, it's insane, great movie. I actually just watched it for the first time, but I think Showgirls is I'm from Vegas, and Showgirls is a Las Vegas staple. It totally showcases the aesthetic and the glitz and glam, and also the kind of tough life it is to be in showbiz. And I think it's incredibly entertaining and flashy and fun and beautiful. And it's got such a mix of so many different elements. I think it's going to be exciting to bring it to a live stage and see how it can live in a live show rather than on film. How the storyline can translate into aerial arts and dance.
I agree. I think it's interesting. I don't think you have to see Showgirls, except I highly recommend seeing Showgirls before coming to the show and enjoying it. But you haven't. It's still a story of what of a perseverance, a hustle, a grit, a glam to want to do outside of the box work as work in Showgirls, like we do at Body and Pole, working in pole and aerial. That and the concept and the transformation inside of it that you have to take as a showgirl and how you have to shift. And I think it's a story that you're beautiful wherever you are in life. We have a really diverse cast with a really diverse age range, which I think is incredible, having Fran Sperling be the lead character playing Cristal, and the perspective of Cristal of coming up, being a star for so many years, and that shift and holding that space, and then the fall and the transformation inside of it. I think it's a story of that we see all around us, but we're putting a lot of rhinestones on it, and a lot of nudity, which is good.
Love that. Dominic, do you want to add anything?
Absolutely. Alongside, what Zia was saying, how Showgirls is a Las Vegas staple, and it really kind of represents like that environment. I feel what's really exciting about our production, the fact that we're doing it in Brooklyn at House of Yes, I think it's also a story that as New Yorkers, as artists, this is also another like parallel universe to what Showgirls is. And I think the interpretation, the creative freedoms that I know we're all going to take to kind of make it a little bit more on the modern side, a little bit more on like the gritty New York side. And then again, adding rhinestones and making it flashy. And I think it's going to be really relatable, especially to a lot of the people in the community who are familiar with sex work, who are familiar with having to do things that you don't necessarily want to do to get by and to make it to the top. And it is a story that I think a lot of people will enjoy, especially with some of the surprises that are going to happen.
Awesome. So speaking of story, this is a quite a unique show for Body and Pole in that it has a storyline inspired by Cristal, the character in Showgirls. So how are you preparing differently for a show like this with a story and then taking it to the aerial apparatus?
I was very lucky to start producing shows in 2010 at Galapagos Art Space, and going from being a dancer choreographer into the aerial side and doing that with Jen James Martin at the time, and having years of that was amazing. And I felt like I was able to take what was on the floor and move it to the air and make it also 4-dimensional, right? Because you can really fly around people. And then I've been benched, COVID happened, you have 2 kids, and then you have to just make sure we're putting food on the table and the house stays over the head. So I'm so thrilled because I get to work within with Zia and Dominic and this cast, but I also get to stretch it again, and I get to dust off and sharpen that tool. And so I'm a little scared. It might not actually work that well. I'm a little so that's what's cool about it. I'm gonna attempt things that I used to do, and also attempt things that are new to me. And so translating a show like Showgirls into Cristal's perspective of an aging dancer. I mean, we're doing my life, people. Now I'm just I mean, it's cool. And I think it could be very vulnerable, and anything that goes in the air just makes it that much more of an extravaganza, but also that much more of a 4th dimension breakthrough, with getting really around everybody, not just like, I'm on a stage and you watch me. So I think it's gonna be fun. And House Yes really lends itself to that with all that they do, with the way that they have the rig points and make it possible to really stretch yourself as a choreographer, which is awesome.
Amazing. So the question to the choreographers, we could start with Zia. What are you most excited about choreographing this show at House of Yes?
I'm really excited about combining dance and aerial in a live performance. I've been in that senior dance background, and to be able to work with all of these people that I look up to. We talk about the rise and the fall. I feel like I'm very new into the industry, and I'm quite young, and I'm very wide-eyed and excited about being in this industry, transitioning from the dance world. My first choreography I ever did on stage was when I was 10 years old, and I haven't choreographed. I've for the past couple years choreographed a lot of smaller pieces or acts for myself. It's been a while since I've choreographed on other people and choreographed a longer scale thing with a storyline like this. So I'm excited for that challenge. I'm super thrilled about combining a storyline and working with storyline on dance and aerial and combining those elements. And I think House of Yes is really an exciting space to work in. There's so many options. There's so many points to work with. Creative ideas are just running wild. So I feel like I have so many options, and it's a new challenge. I've either ever choreographed a small act for myself, where it's okay, I'm only thinking about doing on one point on a smaller stage, and it's only 4 minutes, or I've choreographed just dance, which is just dance on a very empty stage without extra props or different elevated surfaces. It's just a flat surface. So I'm really challenging myself by combining those two things and working with a space that has so many dynamic options. I'm excited about it.
Designing for that space is cool.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely. Fun. There's so many more elements to look at visually, and to think of how things can layer together to sort of tell. Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be really, really immersive and exciting for people who are coming to see it. Things happening all over the place. I can't wait. Dominic, what about you? What are you excited about in choreographing for this show?
For me, first of all, House of Yes has always been a venue that I have had glitter in my eyes whenever I go. So to actually be a part of producing something in this incredible space with really top-notch technicians and riggers and making sure everything is safe. And I feel really excited about putting kind of my choreographer director hat back on. In the past, my background is more in theater and production and directing. And so to be able to put that hat on, taking music, building a story from the music, and really showing an evolution from characters from start to beginning. Like, I'm really excited to put that back on stage again. It's been also like what Kyra is saying, you know, it's been a minute, but it's time to brush it off. It's time to do what I love to do. It's time to, you know, really feature the instructors at Body and Pole. We have so many talented artists that are constantly teaching all week, and we get to actually like show that off. And I think this is for me, who knows Body and Pole from a little bit further back in like 2017, 18. Like, I feel this is a new generation. I think Body Pole is really creating a really great community. And the fact that we get to kind of show some of the things that people may not be aware of that are happening in our walls and just kind of throw it in their face. And so we can really expand our community. I hope it really inspires audiences. I hope it inspires audiences to come and work with us as instructors, and to be able to make sure every instructor or every element or character in the show gets a chance to just show who they are, which is an awesome, amazing artist, right? I think it's just going to be more than what people are expecting, and I'm really excited to just kind of throw it all out, throw it all in the air.
Leave it on the dance floor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, final sentiments from each of you. I'd love to hear maybe one thing that's speaking to you really loudly in the process, or in, you know, what you're looking forward to. Maybe just a sentence or two.
Excited about getting into the room with them, be in the room with them, allow them to be how great they are, and then be able to help shape it within this story so it's cohesive, and then watch it all come together like a on February 8th. So get your tickets, because they're cheaper now, and they will be at the door. Don't do it. Yeah.
I feel very grateful for this opportunity, and as like a younger aerialist and newer into the industry, and as an instructor, to be able to work amongst so many talented people that I very highly look up to, that have done gigs and performances that are like dreams of mine, to learn and to grow through them, and also be trusted to create a work of art. I feel very grateful for that, and to get, you know, hands-on experience in a great venue in New York like House of Yes.
Flowing with the process and trusting the people around you. I have surrounded myself with a cast that is incredibly professional, incredibly seasoned, people who are not scared to really let it all out and really show who they are. And I think that feature of everybody's individuality and diversity is really something I am looking forward to presenting to the world. I think it's just going to be, hopefully, like Kyra was saying, maybe more of these productions can happen in the future. Maybe this can be kind of the start of a really great era for Body and Pole, and a really refined production in the space, or refined production in the storyline and the dancing and the quality of movement. I think we're moving into a different shift. I think this new generation is going to take Body and Pole, and I think we need to share our talents with the world even more, and it's really exciting to be a part of it.
Thanks, Dominic. So the show is happening just once, so you got to get your ticket. They're limited. I'm going to turn this over to Kyra to say anything else that we missed. But yeah, February 8th, happening once. You got to be there. It's Thursday night. We hope to see you there for Cristal. And Kyra, anything that we missed that want to mention? I think it would be interesting to talk about the music, if you want, before we close, because the music is
I mean, the music's going to be available too on Spotify, but the music was designed by me and Kyle Macbeth. About we kept it 90s. We honored the camp, but we honored also the just essential feeling, an erotic feeling, a drive, and that Vegas style meets Brooklyn, like Dominic talked about. It was really fun to use the music to drive the story, and I hope you do too. Enjoy it. It's got some bangers.
Yeah.
We'll see it in action. So February 8th. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.